hoes and clothes. Shit, I love the high. Let's toast to the street life. No matter right or wrong, it's how we live and ride. Pedal to the floor in the fast lane. Met the fork in the road.
Boom. All right. Let me see something. Go to the YouTube. We live. Let me check it out on the channel, see what it's looking like.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go.
Let's do it.
So let me share this link. Make sure I share it right here. 1, 2. Let me see the layout. Switch the layout. Boom. There we go. YouTube Studio. Okay. Oh, that's why. Public. All right, make it public. That's what it was. Boom. Yeah, boy. All right, so we give it like 2 seconds. Get them to load up, get them to come in. We're going to get started. I got my Corona here. I know it's going to be a good one. It's going to be definitely a good one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, so we get into it. What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? It's your boy C-Class, a.k.a. the FCC. FCC TV network is for the creatives of the culture. This platform is about speaking to creatives of the culture. For the culture, creative culture, past, future, and present. And as Black people, our culture extends deep through everything, through the streets, entertainment, everything is connected all into one. So today, we got a special guest. You know, I'm from Brooklyn. You see the hat, Brownsville, but we went all the way across, you know what I mean, all the way across to the Midwest. And we got somebody, you know what I mean, that you're going to learn a lot from today. Introduce yourself.
Yo, everybody, what's going on, man? This Nitty Sheist, man, aka Little Fingers, man. You know, Chicago representing, man. You know, we out here, man. What's going on, baby? Fast cash class. What's going on, Daddy-o?
Man, appreciate to have you here, man. Have you on here. You know, right now, well, not even right now, within the last 10, 15 years, Chicago has been, you know, in the mainstream highlights for a little bit of everything, good, bad, and the ugly, you know. And for most people, they just looking in from the outside in. So to talk with somebody out there, you know, is definitely good, especially an older person who has a lot of insight from before to now. So say your name again, so people hear it. Said Nitty Sheist, aka
Little Fingers, man.
Okay, Little Fingers. So now, Little Fingers, tell the people what part of Chicago you from, because everybody don't know how big Chicago is. Some people don't even know that Chicago, the city in Illinois, is the actual state.
Yeah, oh yeah, I got you, man. Yeah, man, I'm from the south side of Chicago, man. I was born on 39th and Langley, man, across the street from the Ida B. Wells projects. I also stayed in the Ida B. Wells projects for a couple of years, but then, you know, parents split up, you know, shit go on. So, you know, I end up going to the hundreds, you know what I'm saying, 106 and Rhodes. So, you know, I'm all throughout the south side.
So growing up on the south side, what was it like for you growing up at Ida B. Wells? Because Ida B. Wells' name is known historically, but what was Ida B. Wells to you in that neighborhood growing up?
Man, Ida B. Wells, man, it was love. It was like family oriented, you know what I'm saying? But the game banging was definitely there. It was treacherous. And, you know, when I stayed out there, I was through the migration of, you know, when I was a very, very young kid, you know what I'm saying? The Stones pretty much ran that little area, you know what I'm saying? Jeff Ford was out.
What year was that? Just give them a date, like what year around this was?
I was born in 76, so I say the Stones had that little area from about 77 to about 84. Tough. And then the Disciples came in.
So you actually saw Jeff Ford, like growing up, you saw him and them people actually out there moving around doing what they was doing?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, my Uncle Lee run with his brother. Yeah, it's like, it's real like that. Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. What was that impact on you growing up to see that? Because coming from New York City, we never had nothing like that. Them kind of people, Jeff Fords, Larry Hoogers, Walter Weeds, and all these people we don't have those out here. So what was that like growing up seeing that?
Man, it was real powerful, bro. Like, man, just to see somebody that can lead a real nation, like lead hundreds and thousands of people in a battle, or lead them into whatever progression. I mean, you know what I'm saying? When they spoke, everybody listened. You know what I'm saying? And if you ain't
Yeah.
listen, man, you got rolled on. I'm just gonna keep it real, bro. It's like if motherfuckers wasn't getting down with what people was talking about with them leaders, it wasn't gonna shake. You
That's how
know,
it's supposed to
this
be.
when all the projects was still up. So yeah, it was a lot of structure there.
So before you left over there, what gangs was over there? Like you said, it was heavy. What gangs was over there? You growing up
When I moved to the hundreds, it was primarily GDs over there. But
and what was on the other side? Like Ida B. Wells over there before you move.
both sides. On 39th, it was like Stones for a minute, and then the GDs kind of came over there like after the fort, you know what I'm saying? After the feds came and tore the fort down, that's when the GDs kind of migrated and took that over, you know what I'm saying? But then it was primarily GDs on in the Wells and on my side. But it was a guy from Newtown named Chuck, you know what I mean? And he was pushing this BD movement, and you know, pretty much everybody they jumped on that BD movement, man. So like everybody over there right now, they all BDs, man.
And around what year was that? Around what year did
The
that come into
the,
fold?
the Chuck movement, that was probably about 97, 98, bro.
So with you growing up on Ida B. Wells side and then moving across to the hundreds, when did you begin joining a nation? What nation are you a part of? To let the
Oh,
people know.
I'm a folk on the hustle, man. And I joined in 91, man.
And so how was that growing up around the GDs, the P Stones, the Black Stones? How did you get from that to a four corner hustle? Like what's the difference for the people who don't know?
Well, to be honest with you, man, it was like this, man. You know, I got to the age where I could do what I wanted to do. You know what I mean? I really wasn't gonna get no resistance from the family or no stuff like that. So that's when I made my move. But I mean, it really wasn't no difference between which mob I could have picked. You know, I got disciples and stones in my family, but you know, I felt like it was a move that I wanted to make because I had actually had my people's moved from 100. They moved on 106 and in Harvey. So when they moved to Harvey, you know what I'm saying? I literally was staying 5 blocks from Walter Week while he
Oh
was
wow.
alive. So yeah, man, it was like I was fascinated by the foes, man. They was getting money. They was terrorizing shit too, to be honest with you. But it was like it was something fascinating, man. I just wanted to be a part of it.
So coming up with the fours, speaking of Walter Wheat, how was it with the fours? I know there's gangs near bigger. Were they a small faction? Were they large? Like were they as big as the GDs, BDs, or like how was y'all integrated?
On the west side of Chicago, they pretty massive. On the south side of
Okay.
Chicago, we deep enough, man. Like I mean, you done heard a few like Bumpy J. He one of the foes, man. Like it's foes on the south side. They spread it though. Like 107, that's one of our strongholds. You know, so
Mm.
it wasn't no hard decision for me to make to become on that on under that umbrella. But like 71st and 69th, right off Stony Island. That's another stronghold. I mean, we spread it out, and in the suburbs too, bro. We spread it out.
So
We
was
spread it
these
out.
blocks originally just blocks that had no gangs on it and the foes came? Or was these other sections that was there already and they joined in with y'all?
I got what you coming from. It was primarily people deciding, look, this is what we gonna be on, cause you know, like back when I first came to the hundreds, it was already established, but they still was starting to really just get their name. You know what I mean?
Okay, okay, I
So
see what you
like.
mean.
So like the mid '80s, the late '80s, when the hunters started getting that wild, wild moniker thrown into them. But yeah, man, it was like pretty much the brothers was like, man, we just got to go a different route because we, you know, the most of the neighborhoods surrounding us it was like GDs. You got GDs on 103rd, you got GDs on 111th. You know, what I mean? You got BDs planted in there. You know, I stayed by Little
Mhm.
Yummy, Yummy son. Yeah, and that father.
So let me
Yeah.
ask you, on because I was doing my research online, and it was saying the four corners hustlers, mistaken or not, are they vice lords or under the vice lord nation?
Yes, sir. We are. We under the Vice Lord Nation. We under the umbrella. But it didn't start like that. You know what I mean? When Walton them started, Walton them was unknown Vice Lords when they started the mob. But
Okay.
by Walt family is like they the royal family. Like it ain't no other way to look at it. Walt cousin was King Freddie Gage. Freddie Gay's daddy, one of the original vice lords, the old man Freddie Gay Sr. So, you know, who I also got to meet. He also stayed in Harvey. I
Oh
got to
wow.
meet him too. So yeah, man, it's like we had to push our own movement, and then like, you know, they started bumping heads with mainly the mafias at first, but they started bumping heads with, you know what I'm saying, the lords, and eventually we came under the umbrella, man. But we started off as Four Corner Hustlers, bro.
Okay. So how does that work out? Because I see, you know, the Chicago gang situation is kind of complex. So are the vice lords, the foes, all still one? Because I see they have traveling vice lords, conservative vice lords, and like how does that work out with all of y'all under the same
I
banner?
mean, we all follow the same rules and regulations, bro.
Okay.
But like, when as far as this street stuff and all this stuff that had happened, and you done had, you know, so much bloodshed that been spread throughout these nations, these subdivisions of these nations, it ain't really no unity within the mob, man. There's, you know, foes and mafias into it with each other, foes and seeds into it with each other, seeds and travelers into it with each other. Yeah, I mean, you know, you be having some
Mm.
unity among some subsections, but for the most part, like, we fuck with the trash, man. Us and the travelers, we get along. We really do,
Okay.
all throughout the city. But you know, that's some solid. When you hear us screaming solid, there's
Yeah.
a meaning behind that word. We solid. You know what I'm
Okay.
talking about?
So explain to me what solid means. People don't know.
I like we won. When we say we solid, you know what I'm saying? We move as one. It's like a movable rock, bro. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
We move on one accord.
So what
We
do you
solid.
feel brought along this kind of situation from being together to this? Because as I was reading online, I saw a situation with the dude. I'm not sure if it was Angelo, something like that.
Angelo Roberts, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Robinson. So I see before that everything was like together. Was that one of the things that divided it to what it is
Uh,
now?
I wouldn't say per se that divided it. It already started splintering as far as within inside the Four Corner Hustler Nation, because everybody was fighting for leadership, bro.
Oh,
Everybody wanted to be, you know, at that time. I mean, this is like the early 90s. Everybody wanted to be the big chief and no Indians, bro. Nobody wanted to follow law.
okay.
And law governed all events, but everybody wanted to be the one that oversee law. You know what I'm talking about?
Now let me ask you this, because I see a lot of the signs says four corners travel the world, four corners of the world. So throughout history, a lot of gangs and organizations get so big that you have certain parts of the world that start their own without you knowing, and or anything like that. Have y'all come across that where you have four C's, someone plays? I'm like, yo, who are these people that we never even heard of them? Has that happened?
No, I can't say that has happened at all.
You know, the blood and Crip thing
The
is all
closest
over.
thing to it would be probably the little baby, little 4PF.
Yeah.
But they, you know, they established. From what I heard, they got something going on with the cousins. So you know that, you know, that's what it is. You know, but as far as uh brothers screaming out they Four Corner Hustlers, but not down with this Four Corner Hustle demonstration, not pretty much too much. And you know, I done heard a few people get confused as far as us in California when I was talking to a few people from like 400. You
Yeah.
know, they like, what y'all is, you know what I mean? We foes, you know what I'm talking about? But they like, well, we from 400. Okay, well, we all throw up four fingers and we all mean it. You know what I mean? It's something that we gonna live and die for. But y'all mean it in a whole different meaning than what we mean. You know what I mean?
There's a rappers out here. I forgot his name. They young though, but they throw up the fours and they saw him too. I forgot their name. They from New York. They throw up the fours and they stuff. I'm trying to think of their name. They made a song called New Apollo. I'm not sure his name, but I know some people out here throwing up the fours out here in New York. So my
Okay, well,
question,
I'm gonna have to check that out. I don't think I seen it yet, bro. And you know,
I
I fuck
I
with New
get
York.
I get it for you. I definitely get it for you. But now another
Hmm.
question I seen online, because you know Chicago, they have racial tension. A lot of people racially together. So I see a lot here have Spanish four corner hustlers. Is that official? Because you know YouTube say a lot of stuff.
Yeah, actually, that is official, bro. Actually, that's one of the movements Low put down while he was alive, man. Yeah, man. And they like, they over there by Jeffrey Manor, so they surrounded by disciples, bro. It's like they holding their own, bro. There they are. They like on 103rd and Hoaxie, 104th and Hoaxie. Yeah. They
Was
got a few
there
Spanish vice lords over there, but yeah, for the most part, it's disciples over there, Latin and black.
was there ever time that Walter Weed Larry Hoover and King David were all alive and around the same time? Like, how was the organizations back then when all them was around?
It was a time they all was in Stateville together, if I'm not mistaken. Stateville Penitentiary. Yeah, yeah. That's when like when you hear like brothers.
Holes and clothes, shit, I love it high. Let's toast to the street life. No matter right or wrong, it's how we living right.